In this video, we're going to create a new Facebook Lead Ads Masters app. So you'll want to be in Zapier in the ZapRight account. So once you're logged in, you can navigate to the template. So I'm just going to type that in my search bar here, and you'll see template dash business name dash location Facebook Lead Ads Masters app. This is the Zap that you're going to want to use. So what you're going to do is click on the drop down arrow, click copy, and then underneath this app you'll see the new one that was created. So go ahead and click on that. Now it's going to take you into the Zapier editor. And what you're going to want to do first off is click in the title section here, delete everything before the brackets, delete template, and then rename this Zap the name of the business and the name of the location. So if it's a single practice clinic, we're just going to have the name of the business. If it's a clinic that has multiple locations and we're promoting multiple different locations, we're going to have the name and the location listed and a unique Facebook Lead Ad Zap for each location. So I'm just going to rename this Test Physical Therapy, and the location is just going to be Location 1. So now that I've renamed the Zap, I'm ready to start working on it. So the first thing you'll do is click on this top section that says New Lead in Facebook Lead Ads, and then navigate down to the third section that says Customize Lead. Here what you're going to do is choose the Facebook page for the business. Okay, so for whatever business we are promoting, you're going to click on the drop-down bar here, and you can use the search bar to type in the name of the business. You'll notice there's quite a few in here, and so you'll just want to make sure that you're choosing the correct page. Now, some businesses have a unique Facebook page for each location that they have. So in that case, make sure that you are using the correct location associated with the practice. Okay, so in this example, I'm just going to pick Vitality Inbound, right? This is our company account. And in the form box, what you're going to do is create the Facebook Lead Ads form that you created in the Facebook Lead Ads step. Okay, so you already built out this form and you named it, and so now you're going to choose it from the drop-down menu here. Now, for example purposes, we're going to use this template lead ad form, and we're going to use it to walk through the next steps. Now, very important, you click this blue button that says Continue, and you click this button that says Get More Samples. You absolutely have to click this button that says Get More Samples. This is going to draw in a sample lead, and you'll see it populate at the top. It'll typically say pulled in 0 seconds or just a couple seconds ago, and you'll click on that lead. So lead A is what we're going to use in this example, and once you have it selected, click Done Editing. Okay, so now you've completed the first step and you're ready to move on to the next one. So click on this date and time action, and then go down to Customize Date Time. What you're going to do here is go down to the time zone section where it says To Time Zone and enter the time zone of the business. So if they're on East Coast time, you'd put in East Coast, right, from the drop down, Eastern, or if they're on Pacific, you'd put in Pacific, etc., etc. So just make sure you have the correct time zone chosen for the practice, and then you can click Done Editing, and that will complete everything you need for that action step. The next step is going to be to customize the email notification that's going to be going to the practice. So click on this section here, and it's going to bring you through a few prompts here. The first one is just going to prompt you to click Continue. You don't have to change these. Now the account is going to stay the same. Just click the blue Continue button. And in the section where you customize the email, in this To box, this is going to be where you enter the email addresses for all the staff members on the team. And when I say all the staff members, I mean everyone who is answering phone calls and getting people scheduled. So the front office staff members, typically an office manager or receptionist at the front office, all their emails will go in this box separated by commas. Okay, so the way you're going to do that is just type in email 1, right, at Gmail or whatever address they have, and then you would continue to enter these simply separated by a comma. Okay, so email 2 at gmail.com, email 3, gmail.com, and so on and so forth. Okay, so no space, just a comma. So once you have those built out, you're going to scroll down to this section here where it says body. Okay, and in this section, what you're going to do is fill out these different components, but you're going to have to make some changes here. So where it says full name, you can leave that the same. Where it says email, you can also leave that the same. However, under the phone number section, you're going to click on this box that says step 1. And then it'll bring a little menu drop down here. Click on the drop down menu for new lead. And then scroll down in this list until you come to the section that says phone number to schedule your appointment. Choose that option here, this very first one, not the second one, but the first one here. And then under type of pain injury, click on this box, click on new lead, and then scroll down until you find the section that says type of issue you're experiencing. Okay, so click on that. That'll fill in that box there. And now you are ready to move on to the next section. So you'll scroll down, you'll click continue. Now, testing for this step was skipped. So it's going to say you can try again if you like, but we're going to actually skip the testing for this step because we know that it's set up correctly and we're good to go. So instead of clicking the blue button, I'm going to click Done Editing. Now when we get to the spreadsheet section, step 4 here, I'm going to click on that and we'll begin editing the Google Sheets document, or at least how we're sending data to the lead tracking sheet. So it's going to bring you through a few menu prompts. You can just click continue on the first one here where it says choose app and event. You can choose continue for the second option that says choose account because it's the same account. For the third option here, it's going to provide you with some different information that you'll have to fill in. Okay, so first off, what you're going to do is make sure this is chosen on My Google Drive. And under Spreadsheet, you're going to click this drop-down arrow and find the spreadsheet that you created for this practice location. Okay, so you've already built out the lead tracking sheet, and now what you're going to do is sift through these results by using the search function to find the correct one. Okay, so in this case, I'm just going to use this template 1 patient lead tracking sheet, but you would just search the name of the business and location and make sure you have the correct one chosen. So you have to click on that. Once it's updated, you're going to want to go to the worksheet tab, which is just underneath, and choose the option for month 1. Okay, and now that you have month 1 chosen, you can scroll to the bottom, click refresh fields, and now you can scroll back up and continue editing the sheet. Okay, so you'll leave the name box the same, just full name. Email is just email. Under phone number, you're going to want to choose the box here and then go to new lead. And then again, you're going to want to go down to the option here that says, let's see here, that says phone number to schedule your appointment. Okay, so it's the same option you chose in the email step. And the next section is requested time for callback. So click on the box here, go to new lead, and scroll down to the section that says best time for callback right here. Okay. And then under type of pain injury experience, you'll click on the box, go to new lead, and scroll down to the section that says type of issue you're experiencing. And then under office location, you want to get rid of this. This should not be in here. What you're going to do is just hard code in the name of the location if we're running a campaign for a multi-clinic centralized centralized scheduling center practice. So if it's a practice that has different locations, but they have one centralized scheduling center, then you're going to want to identify which office location or which practice location this is, right? So it would be the same as location 1. So I just put in location 1, or the name of the location that we're promoting in this campaign. Now, if it's a single location practice or a practice that has multiple locations and a scheduling center at each location, then you'll actually just leave this blank and you won't have to do anything with this section. Under time submitted, you're going to click on this plus button on the right hand side, go to new lead, and then go to created time. Okay, so now you've filled in all the sections that are required. You can scroll down to the continue button here in blue, click on that. And then it's a good idea to actually give this a test. So what you do here is click this blue button that says test and continue. And what that's going to do is populate a test lead into the lead tracking sheet. So you'll want to open up a separate tab here, go into your into the Google Drive account, find that lead tracking sheet for the client's location, open it up, and just confirm that you have the test lead in there. Okay, and then once you've confirmed that the test lead is indeed in there, all the information's correct, you can go ahead and delete that test lead from the account. So I'm going to do that real quick. I'll click test and continue. I'm going to open up a new tab, go to Drive. I'm going to find the lead tracking sheet. And then here's my test lead. So I have the test lead name, I have test lead email, test lead phone number to schedule your appointment, test lead requested callback time, and then the type of issue they're experiencing. For this one, there's nothing in office location. Now there's text here because it's bleeding over from the other cell, but now you can see there's nothing in the cell. And then I also have the time submitted. So this lead came through just fine. We've got everything we need to see on the sheet here, so we are good to go. So now I'm going to actually delete this lead. And clear it off of the sheet here. So continuing on, now that we've finished up the spreadsheet section, we're going to move to ActiveCampaign. So again, it's going to bring you through a series of prompts here, and what you'll want to do is move to Customize Contact, the third option, and just make sure that email is in the email address section, full name is in the first name section, and then under list, you're going to click the drop down button here and use the search function to find the list that you created in ActiveCampaign. So it should be named the name of the business and the location. So you'll find that here in the search bar, you'll choose it, and then you will click Done Editing to move to the next step. Okay, so just make sure you have the correct list chosen there. Now in step 6, we're going to have a text reminder that's going to go to the patient. So you can move through this first prompt here by clicking continue, and the second one as well. On the third one, it's going to prompt you to choose the phone number that we're going to send the text to. And so what you're going to do here is click on the box, go to new lead, and then choose from the drop-down menu here, phone number to schedule your appointment. It's important that you choose this option and not the generic phone number option. You do not want this. You want phone number to schedule your appointment, because that's what people are inputting into the Facebook form. Next is this message section here. And so what you're going to do is customize this, make sure that full name shows up here. And then the section in brackets here where it says practice name, delete that and obviously put in the name of the business. And then in this section below, what you're going to do, this will actually be updated to say, this will be removed, and when you actually see this app, it's going to say, please call our office line, and then you're going to enter in brackets here the actual phone number for the practice, okay, to get your appointment scheduled. So this is what the template will look like when you see it, and just make sure to fill in these two sections in brackets. Again, this phone number here, this is going to be the trackable phone number that you created for the location in CallRail. Okay, this has to be the trackable number here. So once you've done that, you'll simply go down to continue. And it's going to prompt you to test this. And so you'll just click skip test up here in the top right. Click, and that actually completes step 6. Now, right now we have section 7, where we're going to be sending a text message to the actual client's staff at the front office. The purpose of this is just to have a reminder or a notification of inbound leads that are coming through so they can follow up with them in a timely manner. Now, for most practices, they don't have a practice cell phone number set up, so they're not able to use this step. And so we will let you know in Asana, in the project card, if they do have a cell phone number at the practice and if we can effectively send those notifications to that cell phone number. To do that, you'll move through the first prompt here, second prompt, and then when you get to the third, in the to box, this is where you'll enter the cell phone number for the practice. Okay, so you'll enter the cell phone number for the practice so they can receive these notifications. And then in the message box, you'll simply edit this to choose this number box. Click on that, go to new lead, scroll down to phone number to schedule your appointment, and now you've completed this step. Okay, so you'll go down, you'll click continue, and testing was skipped, so you'll just click done editing at the bottom. Now, if in Acuity we don't mention a cell phone number for the practice, then what you'll actually do instead is click on this step, click on the 3 dots, and click delete, and then this red button where it says really delete, you'll click that again. Okay, so now you just have steps 1 through 6. So hopefully that makes sense. Unless we have a cell phone number for the practice and it's listed in Asana in this project card where it says review client info, unless it's in there, that means you just delete step 7 out of this Zapier process. Once you have everything complete, simply turn on the Zap by clicking this button here or this gray button up here. Wait for it to actually turn on the Zap and turn green before you navigate away from this web page. Okay, so now it has turned on and we are good to go for this Zap. You're ready to move on to the next step in the process.